Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start the new chapter, the chapter number 9, and the name of the chapter is Water. Students, water is an essential part of our life. We cannot live without water. Let's do one warm-up activity. A tap in your house is leaking. Whom would you call? Can you tell me? Options are carpenter, barber and plumber. So whom would you call if a tap in your house is leaking? Yes, you are correct. You will call a plumber, right? A plumber is one who repairs the tap, right? Now students, let's learn about forms of water. As you all know, we cannot live without water. Water is essential for everything, for every animal, for every living being, right? Water can be found in 3 different forms. These are solid, liquid and gaseous. As you can see in this picture also, liquid water that is coming out of a tap and gas that is coming out from a hot kettle. The third one is solid, that is in the form of ice, right? Now first we will learn about liquid water. The water you drink is in the liquid form. Liquid water is found in many places. You see liquid water coming out of a tap. Raindrops are liquid water. It is also found in ponds, rivers, lakes and oceans. Many of you have visited them also, right? So, pure liquid water is free of salt, rocks, soil and garbage. And we should drink always pure water, right? Purified water. Now there is one activity in your book. You can do that at your home also. Fill a plastic ice cream container with pineapple juice or orange juice. Insert an ice cream stick on top and put it in the freezer. What happens after some time? It will change into solid form, the ice form, right? You can do that, alright? Now let's come to the next page. The next topic is solid water. Ice, snow and frost are examples of water in the solid form. Solid means it is hard, right? Liquid water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. When the temperature is at 0, the water changes into its form solid. Celsius is a scale that measures temperature. What is Celsius? Celsius is a scale that measures temperature, right? What instrument do you use to measure temperature? Yes, we use a thermometer for taking our temperature or measure our temperature, right? The process by which liquid water changes into solid is called freezing. Freeze. You all are having a refrigerator at your home, right? If you put water in the ice tray and keep that into freezer, the water change into ice, right? So the process by which liquid water changes into solid is called freezing. Other examples of solid water are ice cubes, icicles, and ice on a skating ring, right? You can see that some pictures are also given in your book. Snowflakes, ice candy, and snowman. Yes, snowman. So all these are form of solid water. Now let's learn the third form of the water, that is gas. Water as a gas means water vapor. Look at this picture of gas. You don't see anything because gas is invisible. Water in the liquid state changes into water in the gaseous state. Water evaporates to turn into a gas. Water as a gas is called water vapor. Have you seen the hot milk? Of course you have seen, I know. So when it is too warm or too hot, it has vapor also in that, right? Boiling water also have vapor, and that is gas form of the water. It is colorless and odorless. Odorless means not to have any smell. The water vapor does not have any smell. It is colorless and odorless also. You cannot see a gas, but sometimes you can hear it and smell it. What are some ways by which you can hear or smell a gas? Just think about it. Water evaporates with the help of heat, and the process of change of water into water vapor is called evaporation. Water can evaporate from the soil. It evaporates from wet cloths hanging on a cloths line. Have you seen that? When your mother hangs the cloths onto a cloths line, the water evaporates and the cloths dry, right? Plants release water vapor into the air. We breathe out water vapor. Plants give us oxygen in the form of water vapor, and we breathe out that oxygen in the form of water vapor, right? Now there is one more activity in your book. If you see, stand in front of a mirror. You can do that. It's very interesting also. Breathe out slowly a few minutes onto the mirror. Then what would be happen? See the water droplets formed on the mirror. Can you see that? Yes, of course. If you will do, you can see that. The water vapor that you breathe out is now becoming liquid water on the mirror. Do you know why? Because it changed into liquid. The gas changed into liquid. Okay? The water vapor cools down when it comes in contact with a surface like a mirror. So on cooling, the water vapor changes back into water. This process of water vapor changing into water on cooling is called condensation. We have learnt one more term before, that was evaporation. What is evaporation? The process of change of water into water vapor. When we boil the water change into water vapor, and the process is called evaporation. And the next term is condensation. What is condensation? The process of water changing into the process of water vapor changing into water on cooling. That is called condensation. Have you seen the water boils onto the lid? When your mother cooks, the lid have the water balls on it, right? So that is the condensation form of the water. Think of more activities you can do to show condensation. Just when the teacher wanted to tell children about the water cycle, Rashmi recited a poem on the water cycle. We will learn about water cycle in our next class. Alright? Today we will just recite the water cycle poem. When I was young, I used to think that water came from the kitchen sink. But now I'm older and know that water comes from rain and snow. It stays there, waiting in the sky, in clouds above a world so high. And when it falls, it flows along and splashes out a watery song. As each raindrop is joined by more and rushes to the ocean shore, or to a lake, a brook, a stream, from which it rises just like steam. But while it's down here, what do you think? Some does go to the kitchen sink. Yes, isn't it interesting? Yes, of course, the rhyme is, the poem is really interesting. We will learn about water cycle in our next class. So let's just recall the things we have learned today. We have learned about forms of water, and water can be found in 3 different forms. These are solid, liquid and gas. The solid form of the water is, examples are ice, ices, ice candy, right? And the liquid form is water that you can see from the kitchen tap, river, ponds, lakes and oceans. And the gaseous form of the water is water vapor, right? We have learnt one more things today. One more thing, that is Celsius. What is Celsius? Celsius is a scale that measures temperature, right? Water evaporates to turn into a gas, and water as a gas is called water vapor. We have learnt about evaporation also. Do you remember what is evaporation? Let me tell you. The process of change of water into water vapor is called evaporation. Now the next term we have learned, that is condensation. The process of water vapor change into water on cooling is called condensation. I hope you all have learnt these terms and understand about water and its 3 different forms. We will learn the next topic in our next class. Till then, take care of yourself. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.